Stanley has just admitted that they have a toxic metal in their cup, and the whole thing has just gone even messier. With customers being panicked about this news, it seems to have gotten a lot of people troubled about purchasing this cup, and others are even throwing away their Stanley Cups. Yeah, we went from this to this real quick. If you ventured out into your local big box retailer, cafe, or sporting goods store recently, chances are you've noticed a swarm around one particular display, and that is the Stanley Cups. One of the biggest hits of the past year has been the Stanley Cup, formerly named the Quencher, marking it as the brand's top-selling model. This 40-ounce stainless steel insulated cup features a handle, and it comes in a variety of trendy aesthetic colors, and it just has become the new hype on social media. I'm sure you guys have all seen that video of people swarming and camping outside of Target at 6 a.m. just to get their hands on this cup. But growing concerns over the materials Stanley uses to make its sensational product has begun to alarm many users online, who, mind you, are paying anywhere from $35 to hundreds of dollars depending on the cup style. There have been plenty of videos going viral where people claim that the soldered bottom of the Stanley Cups contain lead. People even had done lead tests on this cup, and if this bottom portion of this cup were to ever fall off for some reason, the person drinking out of the cup could be exposed to lead, and we all know how dangerous that is. Recently, videos have been going viral all over TikTok after one person made a video testing the Stanley Cup for the presence of lead, which is a toxic metal when consumed can cause serious health risks. For those who don't know, lead exposure can cause high blood pressure and even kidney, brain, and reproductive health issues. And the symptoms of lead poisoning include headaches, stomach cramps, constipation, muscle and joint pain, fatigue, and much more.
So we just confirmed that the Stanley is leaded. I'm going to also do a lead check swab to see if it is bioavailable, which I expect it is. It does have a bit of glue over it. So I cracked, and then I just slide open, there we go. Slide open the sleeve, and there's the yellow liquid. We put a little bit of the yellow liquid on there and we rub it. And if it turns pink or red, which it is turning pink down in there, you can see it turning pink, and you can see it turning pink here. That means that the lead is bioavailable, and if your child touched this, that they would be getting lead dust on their hands. What we need to do is advocate that all of the lead be removed from kitchenware, especially items that might be used by a child. There's no excuse for there to be lead.
I want to see if these Stanleys have lead in them for myself. So I bought a lead kit. Okay, so you just wait for it to show up. I guess it's like pretty quick. So nothing inside this one. There is lead in the bottom. And my bottom came off. And that's what they said, was it was in the bottom. So the bottom is where the lead is. And that's the one I let him play with.
As you can see, we have quite a few. We fell for the craze. I look crazy. Good news, I got the lead test. Bad news. There's color on these. They have lead in them. Do you see that? Do you see that? Throw away your Stanleys, or at least put them in a...
This has obviously panicked some drinkers who have since sworn off the cups or promised to buy knockoff versions instead. So I could get why people would be very anxious about this, especially knowing that their young children are consuming through these cups as well.
I hate to break it to you, but you have got to throw your Stanley Cup out ASAP. You've probably seen by now that these Stanley Cups are slowly killing you with all the lead that's inside of them. It's giving you brain rot to the absolute maximum. Instead of poisoning your brain, you can switch over to one of these copper water bottles, which are known to improve your brain and heart health. Not only does the water just simply taste better out of these, it's also anti-inflammatory. So to cancel out that brain rot you're getting from being on this app, click that link down below, get yourself a nice water bottle.
Well, since the outpour of these videos of people doing lead tests on their Stanley Cups have gone extremely over the roof, Stanley has just released a statement of their own, and they're indeed admitting that they have lead in their cups. A spokesperson for Stanley spoke with Today, and in a statement given to Today, a rep for the drinkware company confirmed that lead is used in the Stanley manufacturing process. However, the product needs to be damaged in order to expose it. To explain further, the rep said that on the bottom of each insulated tumbler is a stainless steel protective shell that covers a lead-containing pellet used to seal the cup's vacuum insulations. The rep added that it is rare for the barrier to be broken and the pellet exposed. In a separate statement to WCNC, another Stanley spokesperson stressed that the lead in no manner comes into contact with the liquid inside of the cups, and that the manufacturing process is in line with federal regulations. Please rest assured that no lead is present on the surface of any Stanley product that comes in contact with you or the contents of your container, the statement read. Every Stanley product meets all U.S. regulatory requirements, including California Proposition 65, which requires businesses to provide warnings to Californians about heavy metal and chemical exposure. So it seems like there is lead in the overall product, but it's just rare to come in contact with it. But given the severity of the consequences of lead exposure, people just don't really want to risk it. I mean, in all sense reality, you can just go and get a cup without lead. It's really not that hard. But it seems like because the Stanley was just kind of a one-hit wonder type of thing, where everyone was just buying it all at once because of the hype, it seems like people are steering away from that route now, since who really wants to risk their health? In a separate statement to Fox Business, Stanley PMI, the manufacturing company, explained how the lead is used. At Stanley, one of the key features of our products is our vacuum insulation technology, which provides consumers with drinkware that keeps beverages at the ideal temperature. So many people have now been conversing online about this, on whether they should be worried about the lead in these cups, or if they should switch over their cups, and here's how many people reacted to this over on Reddit. Knowing how toxic lead is, I wouldn't want a Stanley for anything, even if the lead is covered. Hydro Flask is one of the only companies that is 100% lead-free. They make tumblers too, just like Yeti and Stanley. Personally, the risk is low, but I'm sticking with Hydro. So I tested my daughters today on the inside only, and there was a color change and pink liquid, which would indicate a positive detection for lead. I'm pretty uneasy about it. I bought test strips and only rubbed the under where the liquid is held. I would be uneasy too. I definitely wouldn't let any of my 3 children use one. But others, like this Reddit user, said, as someone who tends to overthink situations most people don't, I'll give my opinion. I personally wouldn't worry about it and will still continue to use my Stanley. If it was some new random company, I'd probably reconsider, but Stanley has been around for a while, way before it blew up in recent years. So for that, I trust that they are pretty on top of creating products that aren't harmful to their consumers. But this person responded, making a good point to them, saying that is a terrible reason for trusting a company. There are tons of companies that are terrible and only care about profits that have been around forever. But anyways, guys, I definitely want to know your thoughts on this whole Stanley Cup fiasco. What are your thoughts on the fact that these super viral cups have this lead in them, and what's your thoughts on Stanley's statement and how people are reacting to this? Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.